Greetings, this is OmniDog from OmniDog's Vault with my special guest, Chris, aka Webhead, the author and scripter, writer, designer, workhorse of comicreleases.com. Chris, how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
This is the essential collected editions for December 2020, and two caveats to this. These are the books that we think you'll be interested in because we're interested in them. And if your favorite book isn't here, I apologize. It's nothing personal. And due to the year 2020 being what it is, we can't guarantee anything being the day we think it's going to be. I can attest to how hard Chris works on his website, comicreleases.com, and it is super easy to go in there, find out what you want, what's coming up, pictures of it, prices, places to buy it, everything. It's got archives, it's got restocks, it's got everything. But even the best laid plans can go awry because
like every time I look in here, something has changed. Every time I look at the list, I'm like, hey, what's coming up? Oh crap, this one changed, you know?
Is it something we were going to talk about?
No, just as a general. Well, even while you were making the list, you're like, oh, this one changed.
Yeah, I did. I was making the thumbnails for this, and he said, be sure and check the previews date for everything. And he was 100% right. I was like, oh my gosh, this isn't coming out now. It's coming out in March, but it's listed now. So we have what we think you'll be interested in. And we can go to the previews right now. And I will try and not screw it up. This is we are the exact opposite. Webhead is, I mean, he's writing his own script. He's doing everything. I can barely operate my computer. So it's a good thing he's here. Where did, okay, I've already lost my screen sharing capability. There it is. Okay. And this is Jack Kirby's Eternals. That's coming out the first week of December.
Yeah, it's in a few days.
Yeah, it's just a couple days. And there's the Alex Ross version, which is gorgeous. Both of them are gorgeous in their own way. This is for the week of December 2nd and 1st and 2nd. I guess the 2nd is a Wednesday, so that's when they'll be coming out.
But Tuesday is the day on IST.
Sorry?
Tuesday is the day that you'll get them on IST.
Right. And Green Lantern, Beware My Power. I thought this already came out. What am
Not
I?
yet.
Oh, season 2, volume 1.
2. So they did this book weird, and I actually wanted to make a note. So the first season, I think, had 2 hardcovers, and then they went to a weird. I haven't actually read it yet, so I don't know. There's like a Black Stars thing that happens in the middle. And originally, when they solicited this, if you see it, and it's still wrong on the Penguin site, but on the preview site and the actual solicits from DC, they include the Black Star stuff in this volume, as well as like Green Lantern season 2. So I made sure to update on the site, but I know originally people were like, "Oh man, it doesn't include this stuff. What are they going to do with it?" Because it was just a 3 issue. It's Green Lantern and the Green Lantern Black Stars 1 through 3. So the good news is it will be in here.
Okay, good.
And then they've got Green Lantern season 2 1 through 6, which it's not immediately obvious because it's like, wait, I thought this, like you said, I thought this came out. But
yeah,
I guess they're doing seasons with it. So
I did not know that, so that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is definitely something, obviously, that I haven't been keeping up with, so it's good that I have you here. Nightwing Omnibus. This is the New 52 stuff by Kyle Higgins, I believe.
Yep. Wasn't a bad run. It's nice to have it. I read through all of this when I did my new 52 read through, and it's not bad. I'm gonna get it because I already had the singles, so now I can replace them.
Uh-huh.
And then what follows this is the Grayson Omnibus,
Right.
after
Okay.
this.
I'll probably get this. I do like Nightwing a lot.
I like Nightwing.
Yeah. Here's one Daniel Warren Johnson, famous for what was that? Guitar um
Your mind is
anyway.
drawing blank.
What was that? Guitar bird cloak? I don't know. It's on the other side of my file here.
Murder Falcon?
Murder Falcon, exactly.
Oh.
I couldn't remember.
Where'd the guitar part come from?
Well, because that's a major part in that book is the guy's
Okay.
a guitar hero in the book. I did read the book. I just blanked on the name. This is Wonder Woman Get Earth by Daniel Warren Johnson. Pretty interesting premise. Black label book. Wonder Woman wakes up thousands, hundreds years in the future, and the Earth is dead, and she's got to figure out what's going on. I haven't read. I'm a trade waiter, so I haven't read this at all. But
Yeah,
I like Daniel Warren Johnson, and I love Wonder Woman, and she's got Batman's utility belt on, so that looks cool.
I might pick this up. I didn't pre-order it, but I like the stuff they're doing with Black Label. So, and it's actually nice that it's a Black Label book that's not something Batman adjacent.
Yeah, I agree.
Black Label is just Batman label so far.
Yeah, you're right.
It's nice to see something a little different. Like, hey, let's do some cool stuff with Wonder Woman. So I'm down for that, I think.
And volume 2 of Justice League by Scott Snyder.
They're pretty thick too.
Yeah, I've got volume 1, and it's pretty thick. I think I'm going to continue and get this. This is we're still in the first week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the second week of December, which is the 9th or
Still the first week.
This is the first week?
Yeah. I'm staring at the list right now. Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. Okay, first week. The reason I'm putting it up is because Riley thinks it's interesting, and he's a Hulk expert. So I figured this would appeal to Hulksters out there.
Yeah, and the Epic collections are cool in general, so those are always good to point out. I know you got the other guy that does the Epic Collections podcast, so
Curtis, yeah.
Yeah. And they're nice. You know, I don't like trade paperbacks that much, but I do sometimes break down and buy these just because they look nice, they're consistent and stuff, so. And I haven't read any Byrne Hulk.
I haven't either.
Does Byrne's Hulk come after Manilow?
You are asking the wrong guy. I have no. The only knowledge about Hulk I have is what Riley's taught me.
So this should be, if it's Byrne, it should be in the 80s, like firmly in the 80s. And Byrne wrote Alpha Flight, and Manilow was writing Hulk. I think this is how it went. And then they had a crossover and then swapped to writing each other's book.
Okay.
So then Manilow took over on Alpha Flight, and Byrne started doing Hulk. So this is probably
the idea of green versus long hair. Long hair green versus gray.
Yeah.
I like to know what happened.
Glam rocker Hulk or something.
Yeah. I'd like to know what happened to have that happen. For those of you still following Valiant, they write a lot of good stuff. This is Harbinger Wars 2, Deluxe Edition. And now this is the second week, right?
I think Harbinger Wars was the beginning of the second week, yeah.
Okay. And the Dead Man Omnibus, we are all hoping and praying that it has not been retouched or anything, that they just reprinted it as
because this is a bunch of really old stuff, right?
Yeah, this is stuff from the late 60s, early 70s.
An 80s series at the end there.
Right. And everybody, speaking for myself, I was horrified at what happened in this thing, because this is the thing that exists right now, the Dead Man collection.
I didn't know that existed. That's an
Yeah, and I don't think it's very hard to find, but it's got the first issue as it is supposed to be, with Carmine Infantino art. And then the second issue, Neil Adams' first issue drawing it, is his new artwork with the hideous coloring like he did on the entire Batman on
where they take the old stuff and put modern colors on it.
Oh,
everyone hates
he
that.
drew this too, and it didn't need it. It's really powerful without it.
It's really weird when you come across those, because it's old.
Yeah,
and the colors look new, and you're like, "What?" It's
Yeah.
not as bothersome to me because I don't mind as much, but it is definitely weird at first.
And the rest of the book, I mean, it sticks out like a sore thumb because the rest of the book is the natural, normal, old stuff.
Is it just something they did to Neil Adams? Is that what they just keep recoloring Neil Adams stuff?
Well, they let him go in and redo it.
Oh, because
They let him redo that Batman omnibus,
Yeah.
and then to keep him interested, or I don't know what their thought process was, they let him redraw and recolor. Ugh, I hate these colors. This first issue of his, and it was. I'm not a big Neil Adams fan of his writing, but his Dead Man writing from when he was young is fairly readable and interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that new those Odyssey books he was doing.
Ooh, yeah. Mm. So
I see Neil Adams Batman. I'm like, is this guy a writer, an artist? When I was new into him, like, oh, he's the artist. Okay. I'm like, oh, he's writing a Batman book. I wonder how. Nope.
No, it's so I'm hoping that this is just left alone and we can see just how great Neil Adams was back in the day when it was really revolutionary. And I put this up because I thought this was interesting. This is I'm sure I got it back when I was a kid. I think it was 1978 or something. It was $2, and now they're putting it in a hardcover collection for $40 or something. And it's Garcia Lopez, one of his more famously illustrated books. And
is it literally from newspapers, or it's just in the style of that?
They it was a tabloid size. It was a big comic book, a big giant comic book, and so they are putting hardcovers on this now and reprinting it
magazine size, like they did with the Demon trilogy.
I didn't get the Demon trilogy, but is that what they did with it?
It's pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's very close to the size of one of those Black Label hardcovers.
Yeah, they
a tiny bit shorter.
In the 70s, DC had a lot of these collector's edition things for $1 and $2, and they were really big magazine size things, like Superman versus Muhammad Ali and things like that. And they were fun to collect. They were hard to store, but they were fun to collect.
Yeah, you try to shove them in your comic box. Come on!
Yeah, they're huge. They were I was going to say they're the size of Life magazine, but nobody knows what that is anymore. So they were just big comic books.
Nobody's known that for 20 years, Jeff.
Yeah, I know. Here's a reprint of Absolute Transmet 1. Interestingly, it's on the Black Label now. I think mine's
They've been doing that retroactively. A lot of Vertigo stuff, they do that. They put it on Black Label, which kind of makes sense.
This is a great comic, and I think volume 3 is out of print, so it's good they're redoing this. Hopefully they redo all 3.
I'm hoping they do omnis because they'll be cheaper, and I'm cheap.
Okay, good. We have I'm
hoping they're doing this, and they're doing that with Swamp Thing, so I'm hoping, okay, they'll both get omnis, just like they did with the Wonder Woman New 52 run.
Oh, yeah.
Because that one, they tricked me. I was like, oh, I guess this is all we're getting. I bought the Absolutes, and I was like, damn it!
Yeah.
Put out Omnibus. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
this is
definitely
a
want to
really
read
good
this.
run. One of Warren Ellis's best. Books of Magic. They've got it under the Sandman universe. This is the Floppy Theories that took place after Books of Magic. I believe it's by John Nay Raber, if I'm saying his name, remembering his name right. I remember following this and really liking it a lot in floppy form. So I'm definitely getting this. I'm not a fan of the current Books of Magic, but I was a big fan of this book, and I'm pleased that it's an omnibus. And it's Black Label too. Okay, it was originally a Vertigo title.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything Vertigo is getting a
Yeah,
Black Label
I think
slap
you're
on it
right.
whenever they can.
What week are we in now? I've totally lost track. Are we still week 2?
12/9 is this
12/9.
one.
Okay, thank you. This is a great follow-up to the original Books of Magic. I really like this book. If anybody's on the fence or interested, and a book that everybody's been waiting for, New Mutants. I lost my New Mutants collection in the flood of 2017. They were hard to find, those paperbacks, and so I am very pleased that there are 2 covers. I am very pleased that this is getting an Omni. And I know there are a ton of people that are really happy this is getting an Omni.
Especially Omar.
Yeah.
X-Men Omnibus?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He might be one of the ones that convinced me not to go out and replace those. He said he was sure it would either get reprinted with Epic form or Omnibus form. And this was like 3 years ago, but before he even had his Marvel connection. So he was prescient
Let's
even
make it
then.
easy. If it's Spider-Man or X-Men, it is going to get something eventually.
That's a good bet. So this is exciting, and I need to see the movie still. Damn it.
I've not heard great things.
Uh,
I'm still gonna watch it, but I
I
haven't
want
heard
to
great
see it. I
things.
don't care. I want to see Magic in it. I love that character. So
I do like her.
yeah. Injustice, volume 2. I haven't even read volume 1, but I've heard great things about the first 2, but the first 6 books, which I guess this is the second.
This is year 4, 5, and Ground Zero.
Okay. And that's where I
So they
heard.
did this thing with Injustice where they had like year 1 and year 2, because I think the game takes place and the comic starts 5 years before it.
Oh,
They
okay.
have year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, 5. I have also not read it yet. I did play the game though.
Oh,
I like the story. That's actually why normally when you see that there's a comic to go with the video game, you're like, that's not going to be good, you know?
yeah.
But I actually heard good things about it and it's written by, geez, who's writing this?
Brian Bucatello.
He's good. And
Yeah.
I know that I think Taylor started off the first volume.
Yeah. Tom Taylor did the first ones.
So I heard good things. I know that, they're both good writers. So
Yeah.
I bought the first one. It's so thick too. I mean, that thing's a lot of pages.
Yeah. I imagine this is the same way.
1,100 pages. Yeah. That'd be
1100.
a big one.
This is for me because this is one of the few things I collect in Marvel Masterworks, Ghost Rider Volume 2. I just remember liking him back from when I was a kid. So
We're on the week of 12/16 now, by the way.
this is 12/16. Okay.
Starting with Injustice.
Starting with Injustice. This is 12/16.
Yep, 12/16.
All right. Thank you. So Ghost Rider, for those of you out there, I don't know how many of you out there are Masterworks, but this is in there for me to remind me to get it. And my friend Taylor Brown is flipping out about this book, Reckless by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. That cover already looks awesome. And I know it's just got to be great. So it's another crime book following the
Brubaker.
Ramblings and adventures of a character with the last name Reckless. I can't wait. That's going to be great.
I pre-ordered it because I saw that it said Brubaker on it. And
Yeah.
hardcover, and that was pretty much all I wanted to know.
Right, exactly. I totally am in that camp. Anything he writes, I am down for. This book looked interesting to me because I had no idea that a black creator had a hand in Phantom Lady, who is down there at the bottom left. So this book looks like it is going to be interesting. I'm very interested in what the contributions are of these Invisible Men. Not sure if it's mostly prose or how much comics are in it, but I remember Phantom Lady was a big deal back in the Golden Age, and that's very interesting to me. That she was a major character, so I am very interested in this.
And I think it's their artwork.
It's their okay.
Primarily?
They were the artists. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm reading the description. The description is huge, but it's like read about the riveting stories of black artists who drew mostly behind the scenes superhero, horror, and romance comics in the early years. So yeah, drew. So I'm thinking probably a bunch of art, which that's cool. Is that
all right?
Is that
this? I put this in selfishly.
Is that like the really old school Blue Beetle up there, or is that the Phantom? Or
you know, it looked like the Phantom, but I don't know who that is because of the insignia on his belt. It looks like some kind of beetle.
It does. That's why I was like, well, he's blue. The thing kind of looks like a beetle. I know old school Blue Beetle looks weird.
Yeah. So yeah, I put this in selfishly for me. This everybody needs to read. This is James Tynion's Detective, which is really more of a Batwoman comic, but it's got like the Bat family. Wait, this is James Tynion, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Tynion from Rebirth.
This is the Rebirth Detective, and this is excellent. It's got a ton of great Batman family characters in it, and Batwoman shines like a beacon in this. He writes her so well. This is just a really well done book. I love this book. I
guess that's what we get since Batwoman got canceled.
So I highly recommend this, and it reminds me that I should go back and reread this book. That is so good.
And we're on the week of the 23rd now.
Right, week of the 23rd. Okay, thank you. Whatever happened to the Caped Crusader Deluxe Edition Batman? Did this need a reprint? Was it out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I think both of them ran out. That's why they have Whatever Happened to Caped Crusader and Man of Tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Were the original books actually deluxes? That was one part I wasn't 100% sure about.
I have Man of Tomorrow, and it's a deluxe.
Okay.
I don't know that
I
don't know that I have this because I feel like I have it in other things.
And then Gaiman stuff was just in the middle of some Batman.
Right.
Like I might even have those issues somewhere in my Batman stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know you can't buy them new anymore because it's been a while since either of those had a hardcover.
Okay.
So, these are nice just because, now you can get them at IST prices instead of trying to find it for like $30 on Amazon.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it in my collection, which doesn't mean anything really. I'll have to talk to Taylor and see if I need this. He's my Batman.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
And then they just redid The Man Who Laughed, so that was cool too. That Joker one from Brubaker.
And this is Donny Cates' Cosmic Universe, right? That is a great cover.
Marvel Cosmic Universe by Donny Cates Omnibus.
That is
Volume 1.
Great cover.
That is a pretty cool cover, yeah.
I'm definitely getting this. and I am definitely getting the next book
Which one
too
I
by
got.
Johnny Cates.
The variant is that really creepy looking Silver Surfer black.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
What's
remember
it?
which one I ordered.
This is his Inhumans, Silver Surfer, Ghost Rider,
It's
and
basically all of his
Thanos?
cosmic stuff except, inexplicably, no Guardians.
Right. That's what's next.
Yeah.
That's but this has a lot of good stuff in it. I think it's his Thanos, his
Thanos, yep.
got Cosmic Ghost Rider,
Mhm.
Silver Surfer, Black, and Inhumans.
Death of the Inhumans, yeah.
Yeah. And then so I'm totally getting that for sure. I think I already pre-ordered it. Guardians of the Galaxy by Donny Cates, so that's got to be interesting. Um I have read nothing about this, but I like them Guardians of the Galaxy and I like Donny Cates, so that's why I'm going to get this.
Donny Cates seems to just be killing it right now.
Yeah.
So,
He's their guy.
anything that dude touches just sells like gangbusters.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he writes so much. The guy must be
Yeah.
writing like 10 books a month. I don't know how he does it.
I don't know. He and Jeff Lemire are sort of the same to me. I don't know how they come up with so much good stuff and write so much good stuff, like
Yeah.
almost simultaneously. Next is Promathea, book 3. So this is the final book in the Promathea run, and this was probably one of my favorite Alan Moore books ever, if not my favorite. It benefits from a couple reads because it's some pretty high concept stuff, which is, typical. It's Alan Moore. So I highly recommend this.
I've been seeing it because they're printing these deluxes. I'd actually never heard of that until I saw these deluxe editions coming.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
It looks
it's when he was
interesting.
with ABC, I think, and then they got bought out by, yeah, America's Best Comics, and then I guess DC bought them out, and I have the absolute
DC buys
list.
everything.
Yeah,
Alan Moore keeps trying to get away from them, and they keep buying up all the companies he's part of.
totally. Here's a great book. This is one of my all-time favorite books, and Chris is telling me it's out of print. I wasn't even aware of it. It's Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow Deluxe Edition. Another Alan Moore brilliant story about Superman, and then there are 2 or 3 extra stories in this for the Man Who Has Everything, which is a great story. A Swamp Thing story. I think there's a third one, but I can't think of what it was. But this book's just worth it for Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow. It's basically DC is saying goodbye to the Silver Age and ready to start over with Superman. They rebooted him right after this. And this is one of my all-time favorite books.
I'm really looking forward to reading this because it sounds.
I hope I'd be interested in hearing what you think of it. Of course, I grew up in the Silver Age, so I knew everything going on in the main story. It has the one. There's like 3 times comic books have made me cry, and this is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't grow up in that era, but there's just sometimes it's hard to find good Superman stories. There's a lot of just people that just kind of muck through it and don't really understand how to write them. So whenever I hear of a story like this, it's like, okay, I'm gonna read that.
Yeah.
And I just got Superman for All Seasons.
Oh, good.
Too. So I'm looking forward to this stuff. It's good stuff.
Oh, and I just realized you have you did have for DC, you had the dates on it. I think this is what week are we here?
Invaders is the 30th, the week of the 30th.
Okay, so we're in the last week of December, and of course, you can thank me for this hardcover by Chip Zdarsky because I bought all the paperbacks. And this is supposed to be great because it is Zdarsky, and he apparently writes the Invaders really well. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I just bought the paperbacks 6 months ago. So of course this gets a hardcover. I
That is the
encourage
rule.
everyone to take advantage of my stupidity and please feel free to buy this and enjoy it. This is Neil Gaiman's Eternals.
Yeah, Eternals by Gaiman and Romita Jr. Obviously, that's Romita Jr. on the cover.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's good.
I don't know a ton about this series. I know I had a friend who like really was super excited when he was able to find these in like back issues.
Oh,
This is it's a 2006 series written by Gaiman. Might be cool. I don't
yeah.
know a ton about it, but
I don't either.
it's cool that it's getting a hardcover.
Yeah.
I'll probably take a look at it.
Yeah.
It's only $35, which means it's going to be like 20 at IST.
Yeah.
So it's probably worth a shot.
And then the Affinity Crusade. Lots of heads on that cover.
Is this the second or the third event?
You got me. I gave up.
I know that everybody likes Infinity Gauntlet, and then I think Infinity War comes next, and then I think Infinity Crusades where it starts just getting bad.
I don't know. I gave up on Marvel Cosmic halfway through the War of Kings trilogy thing. I was just like, I think I better just stick to DC Cosmic. That's what I know. It just got too hard for this old brain to deal with it all.
There's a lot.
Really
I ended up buying the box set. So I remember at the time when I was looking at the box set for the whole Infinity everything.
Oh yeah.
It was like, we may have had this conversation last time, but it was like the same amount to buy the first omnibus on eBay versus just buying the whole box set. So I was like, screw it.
Yeah. This is Uncanny XMen 3.
New printing.
New printing. Okay. With 2 covers.
The variant and then the regular.
And this is the Chris Claremont prior to the Jim Lee X-Men. This is Uncanny X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is my pick of the month. Scarlet Witch, properly bound. James Robinson. I love this run. I must have read this book 6 times. Magic is broken and it's up to the Scarlet Witch to fix it. And she goes and deals with so many interesting things and so many interesting things from her past. And it is really well written by James Robinson, and it has different artists, but they all nail it. I love this book. Really love this book a lot.
I keep really hoping this is going to get a hardcover.
Yeah.
I want to read it. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Maybe, when you buy the trade paperbacks again, that'll be their catalyst.
Sure.
To give us the hardcover.
And that's it for new books. And then you've got restock books, right?
Yeah. So I like to take, I sit there and, as I was telling Jess, I sit there and like take notes while I watch Jess's videos or Omar's videos. And he's had a couple where he was putting out what's going to be restocked. And I will preface this by saying the restocks thus far, they do come, but the dates, they're a little off sometimes. So the thing I was going to say just to start was this one's coming sometime by the end of December, supposedly. But if I were you, I would just check from time to time because I've found that they will often do the restocks way earlier than anticipated. But they are coming. Oh, wait. Not this. This is just the last book. This isn't the restock. I'm talking ahead of time. This actually is coming this month.
Oh, okay.
This is the Claremont Jim Lee X-Men.
Is this number 1?
Covers. Yeah. That's me ranting about the next segment.
Okay, that's we got it.
These are the Claremont Jim Lee X-Men Omnis, which is up to
they've been out of print for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very. So
right.
Everybody's going to be very excited for these, and this caps off Claremont's run. This one, and then the second Omni is coming.
Okay, so this is the Jim Lee stuff, X-Men Volume 1. two. Actually, those are both pretty cool covers.
I think I ended up with the variant one.
It's this one.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like them both. Okay, Restock City is here.
Boom. Okay. Now the rant that I was just going on.
Yeah,
So you will
Wow.
see these. Now this one is out now. So Annihilation came out now. It was supposed to be in a couple weeks, but the dates they fluctuate. If you look at the list on my site, you'll at least see what they've announced that they're restocking, but the dates are just not that reliable, so I would check them fairly often. And there's nothing I can do about the dates. I just have to rely on, what's his contact, David at Marvel, just
Yeah.
telling him something. So that's all we've got. And what I've been trying to do is on my site, if I see something is in stock, I'll put it on the restock page. Hey, it's in stock now, even though the date was supposed to be, whatever. So Annihilation got restocked this week, and Uncanny XMen Omnibus Volume 1, which is a couple down.
There's Morbius is getting a
Morbius is end of the month.
End of the month.
Sometime by the end of the month, supposedly. SheHulk is supposed to be by the end of the month as well. So my experience has mostly been that they come early. It's possible they could come late. And then this one also came out super early because it wasn't supposed to come out until a couple weeks from now, and it came out a couple weeks ago. It was like a month early.
Are these on
I don't even
ISP
know why.
or where do you think they are?
And
Okay.
some of the restocks now, sometimes, like Silver Surfer was supposed to get the restock with a corrected printing.
Yeah.
IST never got it, but Chief Graphic Novels got it. I don't know why only they got it, but it's supposed to be the corrected edition.
Oh, all right.
That Silver Surfer one is corrected, and apparently the pages are thinner.
Okay,
Weird.
I can live with that. That never bothers me.
I'm trying to decide if I want thin pages or if I just want to slap a sticker over the stuff that's wrong.
Okay.
There's a guy on those boards, the collector boards. I forget the name of it, but they're always the ones talking about, oh, there's misprints and stuff. And some guy like made templates for a sticker that you could print out and slap on top of the page, and I was like,
And the restock info is, we give full credit to Omar and Near Mint Condition, his site. That is where we got that information from. So full credit to
I had to put that on my page, so I put a where do you get this info?
Right. I saw that. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for December. And I appreciate Chris coming on and helping with this, and not helping with this, I mean making it possible. His website really helps make it possible. comicreleases.com. And I am OmniDog, and you can find me on YouTube here, and you can find me on Instagram, OmniDogs_vault on Instagram. Any last words there, Webhead?
No, this was fun.
Okay.
Do it again next month.
All righty. Good. Thank you for tuning in, and peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you.